Hi everyone, we're back for more ChäoS Head. Today is the 21st of October. And, well, let's just jump right into this again. So next time I'll ask her to... What? So next time... It reminds me. Son, that's power! That's power! No one's going to get that reference. So next time, I'll ask her next time I come to school. And that's what I'll do. Until then, I'll start organizing all the things I need to ask her about. The transfer student. Transfer. The S did not come out there for some reason. Why would she come here, I wondered. Did she mean to blame me for not helping her when we were on the stairs? But she didn't seem like the type to do that. Maybe she had some business with Remy rather than me. Oh, dear Lord! Looks like she's suffering from one eye smaller than the other itis. Which I have too. I have one smaller eye for some reason. What the fuck? I know. The transfer student stopped when she had come up to Remy's side. She didn't say a thing. What'd she want? As long as Remy was here, I couldn't raise my head. The transfer student's toes were fidgeting in her shoes, but she still didn't attempt to say anything. I forgot if I pressed the delusion trigger. For some reason, the transfer student left a band-aid on the edge of my desk. Oh God. It was a fancy bandage, one with an absurd-looking character. Gary Frogo was the... Frogo. Okay, from now on it'd be Gero Frogo was depicted on it.
Huh?
Oh, put on the band-aid, you bitch-ass motherfucker. Was she trying to give this to me? Ugh. I was at a loss for how to react. This Orihara Kozue girl was kind of weird. Oh wait. What? Wasn't she able to read thoughts? Huh? Was she crying? Huh? You like embarrassing me, huh? Why would she cry? Because I was not replying to her? Is it replying to, or is it replying her? But I'll leave that to you, Nick. After all, you're an English teacher right now. Sensei! Sensei! Yappa wakanne! But she wasn't saying anything either. Remy followed up for me. Somehow it gave me an indescribable feeling. I know almost nothing about Remy, but she knew me well. What the fuck? What is even going on in this scene? The transfer student bowed her head deeply and returned to her own seat as though fleeing. Alright. Why had she given it to me? Great question. I sensed Missimi's return. You don't impress me much.
で、まあ1時間ぐらいかけてあちこち回ったんだけど、もう俺一人で延々と喋り続けたよ。 あの時はさすがにちーっと疲れたぜ。しかもすぐ泣きべそかく。
そうそう、今も急に泣き出したから何が起きたかと思ってあたふたしちゃった。
そんだけピュアなんだよ。
Indeed.
なたく、お前ならわかるだろ。梢ちゃんの仕草一つ一つの可愛さってのがよ。お前流に言うなら萌えってやつだ。
Indeed. She's the kind of moe character. Unlike certain shows like the shittiest show ever made being K-On! Ugh. Everyone labels that as a moe show. It's not moe. Everyone just started calling moe in America and Europe and all the other places on the internet that converge. Basically anything that gives you a feeling is moe. Wow! And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Taku. Horrible joke. Let's move on.
なんだ、クソでも我慢してんの。
Oh, you juvenile fuck. I shook my head with all my strength.
たく、さっきからちっとも喋ってくれないんだ。
Okay, that gotta go take a shit really caught me off guard. This is because you're here. I wasn't fully prepared yet. I'd never had an intimate conversation with a female friend before. For the matter, I'd never made a single female friend even once in my entire life.
でもさ、今折原さんと話してみてなんとなく思ったんだけど、彼女と話してるとなんだか疲れちゃいそうかもなんて。
女子ってのはマジで同性に対して容赦ねえな。ま、梢ちゃんは俺が守るからいいけどな。
Wow, I can see absolutely nothing. Perhaps we should consult. Whatever. Nope, nothing here either.
ほんの数十秒前に大地に相手するの疲れたって言ってなかった？
A few dozen seconds before.
うっせ。梢ちゃんはタクと同じ匂いがするぜ。ほっとくれって感じ？
それはわかるかも。
I see. Now that you mentioned it, what the fuck was that? I'm getting paranoid again. Fuck me. I see. Now that he mentioned it, when a transfer student first came to our class, hadn't she said something similar?
この人似てる。同じクラスでよかった。
What had those words of hers meant, and what interests me more is where the hell is YEAAAAAAAAAAAAH? We haven't seen her for like a decade now. School's out, yeah! Sledge! The sound of the bell informed us that all of today's classes were over. At the same time, I got my things together and left the classroom. The subtle, uncertain sense of distance between me and Remy made me anxious not to stay, and I wanted to disappear from the classroom as soon as possible. Besides, I needed to stop by Manga Drake today. Manga Drake? Manga Darake. Manga Darake. In the end, I hadn't been able to say a single word to Remy. I'd had many chances to speak, but in the same way as in the morning, I'd done nothing but hold my tongue. You can't blame me for that. It was calling to me. Perhaps it'd been bad to act like that. At this rate, it'd be even harder to talk to in the to her the next time we met. Yes, I pasted that in there. When it came to making contact with Remy, I was sinking into quicksand.
Oni!
Yo! I don't know if that's the rain I'm hearing from outside my house or if it's raining in the game. When I was about to leave the school building, a most unpleasant person called to me. Nanami came running over, carrying a waste basket. It looked like she'd been in the middle of cleaning and was going to throw its contents away. She'd spotted me in the blink of an eye. I tried to ignore her and get out of there fast, but in typical fashion, Nanami wouldn't let me run away. She pulled at the hem of my uniform from behind.
妹見て逃げるなって何度言えばわかるの？
Oh, new BGM. That's great. Let's listen for a while. Well, I really like this track.
なんだよ。
なんだよじゃないよ。お兄が逃げるからナナもつい追いかけちゃうんじゃん。
Don't chase me if you don't have any real business with me.
相変わらず家に電話かけてこないし、まあナナはもう諦めたけど、どうせお兄が真面目に連絡入れてくるとは思えないもんね。
You understand quite well, don't you? You weren't my little sister for nothing. Not that I had any need for not that I'd have. Alright, not that I had any need whatsoever for a 3D sister.
というわけで、これからも定期的にナナがお兄の部屋に様子見に行くから。感謝してよね。
Damn it. It turned out like this regardless. I longed to somehow escape from this curse and this depression-inducing sister of mine. No, even knowing it was impossible. I'd like at least a little repayment for putting up with her. I thought that all the time. I know. It was my chance to spring into action with a plan I'd previously concocted. It could turn out to be a small, quiet form of revenge. I took a long look at our surroundings, then beckoned Nanami and began walking toward the courtyard.
何？
ちょっと来てくれ。
なんで？なんかあるの？
She was the type to get obnoxious over every little detail. Stupid sis, incapable of coming along after me in a nice, straightforward way.
ナナミに大事な頼みがある。
え？頼み？お兄が？ナナに？
Nanami, God damn. Nanami's eyes went around.
珍しいじゃん。お兄が頼み事なんて。
Yeah, so you better fucking listen.
とにかく黙ってついてこいって。
あ、ちょっと待ってよ。
There were few people in the courtyard. It became boisterous with students eating their lunches during the noon break, but the only people who came out here after school were those in the gardening club.
で、頼みって？
Why are you blushing? Nanami put the wastebasket she was holding down on the ground and puffed out her chest, grinning.
条件はマクで汚りね。その条件飲んでくれるんなら本当は嫌だけどお兄の頼み聞いてあげる。
Jesus Christ, what is in there? She was constantly finding ways to piss me off, to think that she'd demand some kind of payback. Top of that, I treated her the last time we were at McDonald's. Meh, whatever.
わかった。おごる。
え、本当？今日のお兄いつもと違うね。
Yeah, but I'm lying. So sorry for being a liar. Lololololol. And so I handed my cell phone to Nanami. Oh, shiznit. I asked her to dial up 00X733X991, which is kind of resemblant of the motherboard serial number I have. That's kind of cool. The number recorded in my received calls history that had sent me a prank call.
着歴の番号にかける？相手は誰？
ネットの知り合い。
Probably Ganon. Your face. Seeing Nanami cock her head dubiously to one side, I swiftly told an appropriate sounding lie.
どうして7がかけるの？
Because I fucking asked you to!
かければわかる。
なんか企んでない？
Masaka. Ah, Jesus, so obnoxious. All you've gotta do is shut up and do as I say. If you can't, go home. I've got no need for you.
じゃあもうお前には頼まない。
I made as if to swipe back my cell phone, but Nanami yanked her hand away, dodging me.
あ、わかったってかけるよ。かければいいんでしょ？
Yes.
ほんとわがままなお兄だな。
Jesus fucking Christ. This is the first time I'm actually asking you something. Omae ni kara kikitaku nee n da yo. I forced down my anger, held my breath, and watched as Nanami dialed the aforementioned number. The clueless Nanami put my phone to her ear with a carefree look on her face, waiting for the person at the other end to pick it up. I could see a yellow bangle on her wrist as she held this phone up. That was a bangle I'd given to her, or rather, the one Nanami had started wanting all on her own. Did she wear it even when she was going to school? I wondered if she'd taken that much of a liking to it. To such a cheap-looking, free, extra bangle. Which is probably going to be the D sword, isn't it? Nanami had no taste after all. Well, not that I had any right to talk. Wait, none of that mattered now. Now then, who was going to answer the phone? Would it be some scary juvie-type asshole? I hoped it was a simple prank call and had absolutely nothing to do with either Shogun or Yua. Uh-huh.
あ、もしもし。
It seemed that the call had gone true. Nanami cupped her hand around the receiver as she spoke into it. But she soon knitted her eyebrows together and stuck the cell phone out in my direction, and the music is fading away, which is never a good sign.
お兄。
Oh shit, it's gonna be a sex line, isn't it?
なんだ。
なんだじゃないよ。現在使われてませんって言ってるよ。
Oh shit, really?
え？
I snatched the phone back from Nanami and put it up against my ear, and what I heard was, "Eee!"
おかけになった電話番号は現在使われておりません。番号をご確認の上、もう一度おかけ直しください。
She was right, which might mean that I'd been a plain old prank after all. Get a prepaid phone, meant to last a couple of days. Randomly call a bunch of numbers, and toss the phone when the prank was over. That's how it might have worked. Even so, it was awfully large. It was an awfully large-scale prank. Well, not that I cared much either way. Could I stop yawning when I record? I never yawn, and then when I start watching this shit or recording with Nick, I start yawning. It wasn't a problem. Now that I knew the mysterious call had really been a prank.
ねえ、一体何なの？
もうお前用なし。
Wow, this guy. This fucking guy. This guy, man. I walked off, leaving Nanami behind, but she soon caught up with me.
どういうことか説明してよ。
You're such a bother.
お前掃除中だろ。ゴミ箱置きっぱなしだぞ。
でも説明聞いてないもん。
僕は帰る。
Refusing to engage with Nanami as she hounded me, I hastened towards the school gates. I sensed a lot of trouble.
お兄、じゃあマクで怒る約束だからね。ちゃんと覚えといてよ。
知るか。
Whatever.
ちょっと嘘ついたの？
まだ。
How could you do this to such a cute sister? Come on, I could never do this. I tease her, but that's just bogeys. That's bogeys. Is that like bogey plus bogus? All right. I'm inventing language as we go. Infuriated, Nanami stopped in place. But I kept going.
お兄のバカ！
She had a voice loud enough to resound through the whole area. When I looked back at her, fed up, she was glaring angrily at me, shoulders tense.
お兄なんて携帯の電磁波の影響で脳みそスカスカにされて死んじゃえ！
Wow! So intricate. Let me read that out for you. Someone like you should get your brain dried up by a cell phone radio waves and die. Nah. Shit. Thanks to her shouting, the people around us were starting to focus on me too. Oh my god. Otacon, get me out of here. Even though it was my policy to stand out as little as possible while at school. My sister was obnoxious to the bitter end. Disregarding Nanami, I scampered off toward the gate. At times like this, running away was the best alternative. No, I'm not going to sing the song you're all expecting. I became exhausted, hearing Nanami's voice even after I'd passed through the gates. New CG. Cool! I really like the artist called Azuma Matasema. I don't know if that's an actual mangaka or artist, but maybe it is. The Google is too far away. Azuma Matasema was a really famous artist, and long snaking lines invariably formed in all the events his doujin circle participated in. The Brachu doujin he'd released this summer had sold out in a blink of an eye. I'd wanted to go myself, But the market events were all alike and being packed with people, making it impossible for me. It made me cry inside, but I had to give it up. I'd been naive to think that it'd be okay, since stores like Manga would sell some on consignment. Sure enough, they had it for sale, but it had all disappeared instantaneously. In online auctions, it came at a premier price, around tens of thousands of yen. Fucking scalpers. In any case, with things looking like this, I figured it was probably impossible for me to get my hands on it. But yesterday I'd happened to see it mentioned on Achan that Manga had recently restocked his new publication, which led to my heading over there immediately, where I met you up probably.
神様、奇跡を起こしたまえ。
After praying to the heavens unbeknownst to anyone, I stormed into the store. I get my eyes peeled and search the doujinshi corner. Man, I want to visit one of these stores. I made countless round trips and looked again and again just in case. But I couldn't find it. So disappointing. Maybe it was already sold out. I mindlessly surveyed the register. The cashier was a girl. She wasn't that cute, but she seemed friendly enough. Oh shit, you have to go ask her now? That's bad. I had never used super high-level technique like asking a clerk if a product was in stock, not even once. The reason, of course, was because I didn't have the guts to. Not to mention the fact that Azuma Matasema's new work was entitled Sarah-tan Goes Wild with Cosplay. Totally impossible. Excuse me, do you have Sarah-tan Goes Wild with Cosplay by Azuma Matasema? If I asked a female clerk something like that, no matter how I look at it, you're a perv. Thank you very much for comment. In the end, I quickly gave up on asking the clerk and left the store in dejection.
帰るか。
Maybe I'd go to Ad Cafe. As I walked on, torn, a familiar sword grazed the edge of my field of vision. With a unique shape and a forked blade, it was the one girl B, Senna, she'd call herself, had been walking around with before. In the midst of the crowded shopping district, I saw the tip of that sword stick out above the heads of people going along the streets. Because she was coming this way, I hastily retreated into a nearby arcade. When I hid away in the shadows and peeped out to see what was happening, Senna herself soon appeared with her sword resting on her shoulder. A la Berserk. Wearing the same frightened face as ever, she swiftly made for the station. That reminds me, one of these days, in Bruges, I was coming back from Japanese class, going home on foot. And some French guys, like these radical Muslims, like seriously radical Muslims, not even kidding, extremists at best, from France probably, actually 99.99% sure, asked me, la guerre est là, monsieur, c'est quoi? They start like, hey, where's the station? La guerre, la gare. And I'm like, yeah, ben, c'est très simple, c'est juste Allah. Yes, Allah means it's over there. Over there! Over there! And they're like, Allah! Allah! And I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to be horribly murdered. And then they went into their car and started going crazy and fucking boom, boom, shifted into like the 90th gear. First time, bam, scootering through the street. Anyone could have died if he ran across the street at that moment. unbelievable. They must have been like in a big hurry to catch a train or some shit. But I said Allah. Yes. I'm an infidel, I'm sure. But let's just continue this. Oh, shiznit. Fucking chair. So anyways, let's continue this next time. By lordy. Can I be any more badly organized? Calm the hell on. Oh my god. Alright. Enough of this shenanigan bullshittery. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you very much for watching.